On June 4th, 2021, 3 Locust Grove police officers in Henry County approached YouTuber Hellcat Infamous, suspecting him of loitering and potential involvement in drug-related activities at a gas station. Is the YouTuber related to any drug-related activity? Let's watch the video further and see what happens.
Shows up with a 54 mil, quick trip, white, Dodge Charger.
Deputy Nicole Colleen Pitts led her colleagues to approach and interrogate the YouTuber about his activities. The other 2 officials made their way to the spot after being called there by the lady officer.
Are you hanging out? Are you meeting somebody? Are you waiting on somebody? Are you lost?
I live on.
So, the reason I'm asking, we've been here how long? Probably 20 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
you hadn't got any gas. You hadn't gone in and got any food.
No.
You parked at a gas pump. And I know the tank's not on the side. It's on the other side, right?
No, I don't even take this for the gas.
So what are you doing?
The second officer entered the frame and asked the YouTuber whether he was hanging out with friends or doing something else. Subtly inquiring as to why he was there, the man responded that he resides there in response to the question, where the officer stated that they had a good reason to suspect criminal activity in the area due to its long-standing history of such activity.
Just chilling. I don't want to go home. I can't sit in the parking lot. Because I live out here.
Where you have some ID? Let me see your ID. Or is it at the bar?
Some people, what's the problem?
Let me see your ID.
Acting all confused, the cop asked the guy again, what exactly is he doing at the gas station? Clueless Hellcat asked whether he's doing something wrong while staying up there, as he was just chilling and grabbing something to eat, which is not wrong.
You can make it super difficult, but you do.
I'm just wondering why y'all. But I've literally been on the phone just talking.
I know.
Go and get your ID.
The YouTuber's identification was requested by the police, and the man complains and asked why she is doing so. The officer then advised the young man not to make matters any more difficult than they already were for themselves. The important thing to note here is, according to the 4th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, a police officer is allowed to stop a suspect on the street and frisk him or her without probable cause to arrest if the officer has a reasonable suspicion that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime, and has a reasonable belief that the person may be armed. Well, in this case, the authorities assert that the YouTuber in question was loitering around the gas station and that the surrounding area was notorious for narcotics trafficking and other forms of criminal activity.
Get your ID, and then while you give us your ID, she can speak with you. But you need to identify yourself, so go and get your ID.
So right now, what it falls under is loitering.
Loitering?
Yes.
Yes.
Because if you were getting gas, waiting on somebody, if you were doing anything other than just kind of hanging out, it wouldn't be an issue.
Well, I've been on the phone.
We know.
This area is known for narcotic activity. It's known for criminal activity.
The other officer barged in and asked for the man's ID and said that he is needed to be identified, where the lady officer comes and talks about why he's waiting there so long, as the area is quite popular for narcotics activity, and that's why they're asking for the man's identification. The man claimed he lives out here, where the cop says he believed him but still asked for the ID.
Because, everybody...
I've never been
listen,
I know a lot of detectives.
If you notice the folks that come, they get their gas and they go.
Yeah, but
So, the state's definition of loitering is doing something not like the hanging out at the gas pump, not like a
The man gave his ID card for identification. After verifying the YouTuber's ID and discovering no prior criminal records, the officers continued their questioning before ultimately departing without filing any charges. This sequence of events raises questions about the legitimacy of their initial suspicion and the necessity of their prolonged interrogation. The absence of criminal records suggests a lack of reasonable grounds for their continued investigation.
That would add to it, but you didn't, so it makes it a little lot better. You get what I'm saying?
But I literally come here all the time. I live here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
but you
fine.
can't just if you're not doing any business, if you're not getting gas, you're not
Well,
going
I
to
was
get food.
actually finna go in there.
Well-
I just had a phone conversation.
Well, that's cool. But now that we've had this communication, it's what they call dispelling the alarm. Now that we're able to figure out, okay, this guy doesn't have any issues or anything like that.
Now, the lady cop is trying to make the man understand that she came to question due to suspicion, but the man didn't run away after seeing the cop, and that's a green flag that he didn't do anything, to which the man got furious and asked, why would he even run when he's done nothing wrong? To which she replied that it looked better. She was trying to explain why she came in the first place, but her explanation was kind of dumb and baseless. Where the other cop comes in and tried to save the conversation but failed miserably, as the YouTuber claims that he lives nearby and there's nothing wrong with calling on a gas station and talking for a half hour. To which the cop replied that now that we are dispelling the alarm as they had the conversation with the YouTuber and nothing is wrong here.
Then we could be by our merry way. But we never met you a day in our life. I've never met you.
I've never got
She's
that.
never met you. He's never met you. So we're just doing our jobs. What we're getting paid to do.
The cops have stated they're merely performing the duties for which they are paid, and the lady cop was talking on her walkie-talkie.
You got to, and then head on home, alright?
Yeah, but
Second
that's
thing,
kind of
you're-
crazy.
Look, it's
Like I've never.
Go look up loitering in Georgia
No,
code section.
my father's a retired sheriff.
Okay.
I
Well,
know, but I've never.
like I said, this area is known for drug transactions. We're gonna make sure none of that's occurring here tonight. So
The lady cop told the YouTuber to get home, where the YouTuber replied and called her crazy, where the male cop jumps into the conversation and told to look up loitering in Georgia, where it turned out that the YouTuber's father is a retired sheriff, to which the male cop said that the area is known for drug transactions, and they're just making sure none of that's occurring there.
Well, no, I was at Silver Dollar. I did track nets. I don't do no drug activity.
and like you said earlier, the reason we got out with you and asked you and didn't just like immediately throw you in handcuffs is called dispelling the alarm. That's all that happened. So, but do these change? Like, can you make them just one regular color?
I could turn them off with a switch.
Okay, so the blue lights, you can't have blue lights.
The female officer stated there's a party going on in the area and they're concerned that there will be drugs involved. Because of this, they approached the YouTuber and asked him about it. However, the situation is completely different than what the officer stated, as there are many people in the gas station, but the police only had suspicions about the YouTuber, possibly because of his race. And they requested the YouTuber to change the color of his car's light, questioning why the blue color light is on rather than the standard one.
and you definitely should. Then you should definitely understand our job. Then you should understand. If you say all these things, and if you're in the profession, you would understand why we're doing our job.
That's why I had no problem.
Right. And we definitely appreciate the cooperation. No, it's not random. We sat there for a while.
The YouTuber tried to explain his point of view, stating that his father's a retired sheriff and he won't do things like that, to which the cop tried to explain himself, stating that the YouTuber should understand where the police are coming from. And then the cop stated they appreciate the cooperation. The policeman tried to explain they saw a guy coming towards the YouTuber and thought it could be drug-related, that's why they intervened, but the YouTuber replied the car he's driving. The guy complimented the car and nothing else.
Affairs going on. Now we're gonna be about our way. If we thought something nefarious was going on, then we'd be going a whole different direction. You understand? But we have to dispel alarm, make sure nothing nefarious is going on. You understand that?
The officers state that they'll be on their way after conversing with the YouTuber. They explain that if they had suspected any suspicious or illegal activities, their approach would have been different. However, their intention was to dispel any concerns and ensure that no nefarious actions were taking place. They encouraged the YouTuber to familiarize themselves with the relevant code section, specifically mentioning loitering, spelled it out, and recommended looking it up for further information.
Look it up.
Deputy Nicole Pitts, who was one of the cops that was involved in the event, was made to face the consequences of her actions by having her employment with the Locust Grove Police Department terminated. The particular factors that led to her being fired are being kept a secret for time being. During the course of a phone call, Chief of Police Derek Austin verified the accuracy of this information.
Being you have no authority or jurisdiction over me is for me to get out of my private automobile and talk about what I just told you.
And you can show me your passport.
You got my passport,
I
dude.
don't have your passport.
Those gentlemen do have my passport. The Highway Patrol do.
Okay.
Highway Patrol, how about bring the passport so I can read it to the sheriff? Could you be so kind?
So, Uncle, if you come out and explain to me your passport, I'll hear your side.
You've already heard my side. I've already told you my
Well,
side.
you can explain your passport to me.
I don't need to explain it. You should know this as a LEO, shouldn't you?
I've never seen your passport.
The interaction begins with the officers informing the man of his violations and requesting him to step out of the vehicle for a conversation. However, the man asserts his rights and refuses to cooperate, citing that he has no obligation to comply with the officers' demands. He claims that as a United States national, he is not subject to their jurisdiction and asserts his right to freely travel.
So ask them gentlemen politely, sirs, highway patrolman, may I please have my passport to read to the sheriff?
They're not going to give it back to you until...
They're not going to give it back to me. So you're telling me the highway patrol in Wyoming has stole my private property? Is that what you guys are telling me?
You can claim...
No, it's not a claim, sir. That's another matter of fact of law. Does that passport belong to any of you? Does that passport belong to any of you? The answer is no. And if you're not giving that back to me, which is my said possession, what is that called? What's that called? As LEOs, you should know what that's...
Let me know.
That's called theft. Okay?
However, throughout the exchange, the man repeatedly challenges the officer's authority and attempts to educate them on what he believes to be the law. He references legal precedents and quotes various court cases to support his argument. He insists that the officers are acting as private entities rather than representatives of the government. He also accuses them of being revenue collectors for a foreign corporation operating under statutes and codes.
No, it is not.
Yes, sir.
What is possession?
It is property.
What is possession,
I'm
sir?
not gonna argue with you, sir.
I know you can't argue with me because you don't know the law. Possession is 9/10 of it, correct?
All I said was...
Huh?
All I said... When I stopped you, I didn't say you're getting a ticket. I never said you're getting a ticket. I just want you to step out so we can talk face to face.
We are talking face to face.
Out of your vehicle.
No, I'm not getting out of my private automobile. This ain't a vehicle.
Tensions escalate as the man resolutely refuses to comply with the officer's requests. The officers, growing increasingly frustrated, warn the man that they will forcefully remove him from the vehicle, even breaking the window if necessary. The man counters their threats, proclaiming that he will not allow his rights to be violated and his private property be damaged.
Barris, B-E-R-R-I-S.
B-E-R-R-I-S.
It's in the passport you stole.
Okay, we didn't steal your passport.
Well, then may I have my passport
You'll get
back?
everything back. What I need you to do, okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you're driving without a driver's license, you're speeding, you don't have plates on your vehicle. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need you to get out of the vehicle to chat with us. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you to get out of the car. So right now I'm asking you, will you please get out of the car and speak with us?
No, I will not.
Okay, I'm going to tell you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now.
You're being recorded.
That's fine.
Okay. And under what authority are you demanding an American state national to get out of this vehicle when I don't have to prove any kind of... I am not in your corporate bylaws. I don't need driver's licenses.
That's fine.
The conversation becomes heated with both sides firmly entrenched in their positions. The man accuses the officers of theft, claiming that they have unlawfully confiscated his passport, in which the officers ask the man to come out of the vehicle, which he denied to do.
I've already helped you. I've educated you about the law, but you're not listening. Okay. You're not accepting the facts, okay? Now I'm going to ask you one more time. I would like my passport back. I would like to get on my way. I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this.
Okay, sir. I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?
Okay, so you're threatening...
The man emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating, "I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this." Attempting to resolve the issue peacefully, the individual warned the other person that if necessary, they would resort to forceful measures, to which the cop said, "Sir, I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?"
You guys admit that you have no authority over me.
We can't do that, sir.
Well, I'm sorry you can't do that.
Okay.
Well, but I am not going to allow you to violate my rights to travel. I will not allow you to damage my private property. Okay? I'm telling you right now.
I don't want to damage your private property. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't want to at all.
Okay.
All I want you to do is get out of the vehicle so we can talk. That's it. That is it. And I won't damage your private property. Nothing. That's
Not happening.
Okay.
I don't have to get out of this vehicle.
Okay, so why are we coming to this? Why are we butting heads there? Why don't you?
Because you guys are not listening to the matter of fact of law. That's why.
To the matter of fact of law.
It's called the matter of fact of law.
Okay.
The man didn't let his guard down and demanded to return his passport and challenges the officers to admit they have no authority over him.
Yes, sir. Can I do for you?
All right, sir. Here's your passport back. Can you roll it down a little bit further? You just want me to slide it in there?
Just slide her in here.
Okay, so this is back. Jody, pull those out. Okay. Free to go for now, okay?
What'd you do to my car?
We didn't do anything to your car.
Okay, I got it on film here.
Okay.
There's nothing sabotaged on my private vehicle.
There's nothing sabotaged on your vehicle.
Relying on the intervention of the sheriff's department, the individual expressed their trust in their involvement. They mentioned that all parties involved were gathered together for a discussion. The individual noted that a young officer approached them with their passport and handed it to a higher-ranking highway patrolman. Then the man respectfully addressed the officer, asking, "Yes, sir, what can I do for you?" The officer returned their passport, and the individual requested them to roll down the window a bit further for the return. A situation of mounting tension played out outside a residence, heightening into a sharp exchange between a woman and a team of police officers who were in pursuit of an individual named Christopher Ruff.
I need to speak with them about an incident. Do you have a phone number for him or anything?
I do not.
You do not? Do you mind if I grab your information just to say I talked to you and that you said he wasn't home?
No, for what reason? What is this about?
It's an incident that he was involved in. I need to interview him about.
Okay, what incident?
The woman, taken aback by their sudden appearance and intrusive actions, asserted that Christopher wasn't present. Despite not knowing his whereabouts, she declined to provide any further information, growing increasingly uncomfortable with the officers' relentless inquiries and the insinuations their presence brought.
I don't need to answer that question.
What?
I don't need to answer that question.
Do you answer any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay, then thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you too. Is there a reason you're walking around my car right now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you surrounding my fucking car. Why are you here?
Regardless of her distinct assertion that she lacked any useful information, the officers carried on with their questioning, they initiating photographing her car and circling it in a manner that she found threatening.
I tried talking to you earlier and you said it wasn't your car.
I didn't say that, you liar. Why are you taking pictures of my fucking car?
An incident. That's why we're trying to talk to Chris.
Why are you talking to Chris if it's my fucking car?
You weren't driving.
You have to tell me why you are taking pictures of my vehicle. That's why?
Yes.
Why didn't you fucking tell me that? I've been asking for like 20 minutes.
She demanded to know why they were photographing her vehicle and why they were at her location, her irritation mounting with every evasion of her questions. In response to her rising annoyance, one of the officers finally divulged a vague reason for their actions. He mentioned that her car had been implicated in an incident. However, he left the specifics of the supposed incident undisclosed, causing the woman's confusion to persist.
Did you not tell them it was involved in a collision?
He was involved in an incident, that's what he said.
Okay.
And then I said, why are you surrounding my car? And nobody's fucking answering me.
We tried to talk to you earlier and you said you didn't want to talk about the car, so how are we supposed to know you?
I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I'm recording right now.
I was involved in a collision. Would you like to talk to us about that now?
What collision? I wasn't driving the car.
She denied driving the car and asserted that it had been parked there the whole time. The woman defended her rights vocally, challenging the officers' actions and their refusal to supply clear explanations for their conduct. Despite their assurances that she wasn't receiving any kind of citation, the continued presence of the officers and their invasive actions cast doubts over the authenticity of their claims.
Okay.
It's been parked here. What do you need? What do you need?
Okay, who else drives your car then?
None of your fucking business. None of your fucking business. What do you need with my car?
With you, but if you're just going to be disrespectful and not answer the question,
are you going to give me a citation of some kind?
No, I'm not. That's why I didn't ask to speak.
Then stop taking fucking pictures of my car.
That's why I asked to speak with Chris.
If you need any information, you can call the person that you think was involved.
And I asked for his phone
and get
number
the fuck away from my car.
Okay.
Their persistence in photographing her vehicle, even in the face of her repeated pleas for clarity, remained unbroken. The interaction concluded in a deadlock, with the woman resolute in her refusal to surrender information and the officers unsuccessful in adequately justifying their actions.
Are we done? Do you have everything you need?
Okay, yeah, we are done. Thank you. Have a good day.
Fuck out of here.
A routine police inquiry had escalated into a tense standoff, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and a residual sense of discomfort.
Record.
What's up, buddy?
What do you want?
Any weapons in the vehicle?
What do you want?
Weapons in the vehicle?
You just pulled me over. What do you want?
During the traffic stop, an individual in question demonstrates a strong determination to understand the reason behind their detainment. They confidently assert their rights under the Fifth Amendment, refusing to answer any questions until the officer provides a clear explanation for the stop.
You need to tell me why you stopped me.
What's that?
You need to tell me why you stopped me.
Yeah, I'll explain that in a second to you.
No, you need to tell me right now. You just detained me on the side of the road while I'm driving.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll explain all that in a second. Can you confirm you have weapons in the system?
In the system?
Confirm you have weapons in the vehicle.
You're going to tell me why you stopped me before I ask any questions. Answer any of your questions.
By invoking the Fifth Amendment, which protects individuals from self-incrimination, they emphasize their right to remain silent.
You know who I am?
That is your voice.
Ah. So why are you asking me if I have weapons if you know who I am?
I can't see what you have going on your lap down there, that's why.
If you know who I am, you know I don't have any weapons. So why are you asking me? Right?
Are you able to answer that question for me yet or not? Hey, roll this window up.
You don't got to roll it down.
Roll this window up.
You don't have to.
Their insistence on being informed about the purpose of the stop before engaging in any dialogue reveals a strategic approach to the situation.
Yeah, it does. You better tell me why,
It's not for him. He got pull this one.
You'll explain to me eventually? I want to know why I'm stopped. I didn't break any laws. You see this dash cam right here? See that?
They emphasize the importance of the officer's obligation to state the reason for the stop, seeking transparency and accountability from law enforcement.
I did? I did? I'm driving the vehicle. I did that?
Can you confirm there's weapons in the vehicle?
Hey, you guys, I got a dash cam right there that will show all of this. This is excellent. Share this around. This moron knows who I am and he's asking me if I got weapons in the car.
By prioritizing their right to know why they were stopped, the individual establishes a foundation for challenging the legality and validity of the encounter.
I don't have to answer questions. You know what the Fifth Amendment is?
Stand by with him.
Hey, I just want you to understand that for a traffic stop, when we ask, if a police officer asks you if there's any weapons, you have to say if you have weapons or not.
Do you know what the Fifth Amendment is?
Okay, all right, I want you to understand.
Do you know what the Fifth Amendment is? Yes or no?
You just said Christopher Rock.
Hit the like button, you guys. Share this.
Their assertiveness not only showcases a firm understanding of their rights, but also challenges the authority and discretion of the officer. By putting the burden of explanation on the officer, they aim to ensure that the stop is based on legitimate grounds rather than arbitrary or discriminatory motives. This interaction exemplifies a proactive approach to asserting one's rights during police encounters, highlighting the significance of accountability, transparency, and adherence to proper procedures in law enforcement.